Oh, this touchdown. Oh, this touchdown. What did I just say? The best game in the nation out here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This ain't no.
Cows win. Cows win. Now, let me come a little closer. The first highlight that you saw was nothing to do with the Cowboys. It was a highlight of my 8-year-olds, my little man Connor, running a touchdown back. Let me make sure that this is good for you guys. Make sure you can see me clearly, hear me, and all of that. This whole week, I have been off the grid, if you will. I was out of town in Florida coaching up my kids, and we finished second in the youth national championship nationals in Orlando, Florida, Kissimmee, Florida. It's basically Orlando, Florida. But to see my 8-year-olds, Bowie Broncos AU, perform like they did, it was special. It not only was it special, but it was just like, wow. We started training early in the year, and to see this team, I still probably, I'm a little tired now. Like, it's crazy because having to go back to work, I don't want to go back to work. I just want to coach. You know what I mean? Like, but nonetheless, those guys went out there, they competed. All of you guys who follow the Bowie Broncos page is growing. We're over like 500 followers, so that's huge. We were the best 8U in the state of Maryland. Come out, win the Atlantic region, then transition, go to Florida, beat a team from California, Hub City, beat another team from Maryland, and then we lose to a team from Fredericksburg that was really good. I tip my hat to those guys because that was just a good team, just a stout team. But nonetheless, we're here now to talk about this. I always want to say St. Louis Rams, LA Rams, and the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas put their foot to the Rams' neck and stepped on it. And it's amazing what happens when you run the football. So, I just want to know, will the real Cowboys please stand up? Whenever you want to write this team off. Oh, guys, before I forget, I'm mailing out more albums. I've been so busy with this football and fundraising, this, that, and the third. So all that's over. Guys, I'm mailing out more projects for you all. I'm going to make sure that you guys, everybody who has went over to Sportscaster where I do the live stream. Shout out to my man Leon, who was over there with me today. A couple of you guys from the page go over and live stream with me over there, which is great. If you go over there and follow me on there, I'll send you some of my music. Some of you guys who follow me on the socials know that I do music. So I'm into a bunch of different stuff. Coaching, music, just life, but it's all good. Now that I'm back to Cowboys, and really locked in on this team. And hopefully they could just make the most of this finish and kind of use some of this momentum. Let's see what happens. In the league, anything can happen. Today, if you would have told me that the Cowboys would have beat the Rams 44-21, I would have laughed at you. But they did. And the biggest reason why is because they just got back to playing Cowboy football. Good defense, run the ball. 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 And what happened was they were able to set up some things off of play action. They got some bounces. They got Jason Witten catching the ball with one hand. But the more concrete things are they got Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott going. And I think that if you want to go forward with some momentum versus first the Eagles, but you got to win that game next week. That's going to be for the division. So you put yourself in this debacle. It would have been great if the Skins could have won that game, but I think somebody in Washington said, no, lose this game. Because if you lose this game, you help Dallas. So that would have been great for the Skins to win this game, but they're not a good team either, so they're not going to win that game. But you can beat Philly, all right? Wentz played good today, but you can beat that Philly team. I think their defense is a shell of what it was. Still have names on that front four, but the secondary, they can be beaten. And you need to go into Philly. You need to win the game if you have any life and if you want to try to make this quote-unquote run that everybody's talking about in the playoffs. Now, the good thing is you saw the Niners, who are going to be the 5th seed now, go out and lose to the Falcons. So some goofy things are starting to happen. If you can get hot, There's no team in the NFL that wants to play Dallas with the weapons that we have offensively. All right, and I think the most important thing about this win is that Ezekiel Elliott looks like 2016 Ezekiel Elliott. That's the most important thing about this whole deal, is that he's running the ball with patience, power, and poise. The 3 Ps: patience, power, and poise. If Zeke's gonna play like this, you can literally ride him to the playoffs and beyond against any team. He's that special. He's that physical. He's the only player in the league where I say that players get hurt tackling him. Okoye, I got that from Okoye, and it's so true. When you watch him play, when he crunches, when there's a collision, other players get up slow. So you were able to neutralize the Rams. You kind of put the Rams out of their misery, in a sense. You really did. So let's see what Dallas has to offer. I'm not going to get too high, however, being a fan. I am happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, as tired as I am, I'm happy, man. It was good to see the Cowboys win, but I'm not going to get too high because with this team, you just never know. With this team, you really just never know. So, Cowboys win, all-around team effort. All-around, Sean Lee played out of his mind. Jordan Lewis did some nice things. But you got to beat. None of this means anything if you don't beat Philly. So, Cowboys fans, you guys jump in. Will the real Cowboys please stand up?